the class. And it's hard when we have breakout sessions and I don't say the same thing in any of the classes and different people hear different things, is to proceed with a sense of humility that we can only see what we can see. And just because we can't.
Okay. So I just got into, this is our week 4 Zoom session. I was a little late, so Lindsay asked me, I think it's okay to call her Lindsay. Lindsay asked me to do a video and just kind of talk about what we talked about and, kind of my takeaways or I was able to get in and work with group members for a little bit, and I kind of got in the session when we were kind of summarizing as a group. So, week 4 was a lot. There's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different takeaways. There's a lot of different useful information in this chapter for me, and so kind of I kind of bullet pointed what I wanted to cover in this video. Hopefully, I can do a decent job of kind of conveying that. But the first takeaway was the first article from this week was the Egyptian Revolution. And obviously, this country, they were poor, they were searching for food, they were doing, a lot of things that were very hard, and, kind of how they went about their process. Some of these people are very anti-American. And, so that kind of got me into the next thought of, and we discussed this in the Zoom session, was, we need globalization, right? There's a lot of us can see the benefits of globalization, but like at a point, where do we draw the line where we go from, where do we need to help to where, as Americans, I'm speaking here, where do we need to help overseas, and where are we causing more trouble than we're causing good? So I thought that was unique. And then kind of just the whole age of information thing that we're in, how quickly we have news. Something happens in, across the world, we know within 10 minutes because of social media and how we go about things. So I just wanted to touch on that. The age of information, I thought that was very important. I think that dictates a lot in our lives. And, when it comes to civil resistance, a lot of these groups are, can use social media, can use whatever it is to help them be successful, to help them gain following and to gain momentum and to, create a team, create an organization, create one of these, groups that we talk about. So my next point was social change is wanted, right? Like, in America, in other countries, social change is wanted, but what skills are required to get there? How important your strategy is to get there, and what it looks like for you to truly get to whatever your ceiling or whatever your climax or your point is that you're trying to get to. We have to have skills, and we have to have a strategy to reach that. So I thought those were very important from this takeaway. So the next, I had 3 little things kind of from your talk, and so this is kind of how I noted it. I could be noting this wrong, so I don't want, don't take this the wrong way or anything. But religion, from what my understanding, does not increase or decrease the likeliness for one of these type of groups to be successful. Religion, however, requires a different approach. And when you're talking about religion and you're incorporating religion into what you're trying to do as a civil resistance movement, it requires a different approach because there's certain barriers that certain people have because of what they believe in their religion that, they can't cross that line. People need to be unified was another note I have on here. And so I'll end here. I'm at 5 minutes. But so this is one thing that I thought was so unique, and I think it's so true. And we talked about this in the group setting, is movements get told through different things, right? So these movements are established by all these different people, and history is framed by those who are in power, right? So we have all this collection of information and real life events that happen that, you know what, it's told through the eye of somebody that has an opinion, that has a hold on that person, or not, maybe not that person or that group or that event, whatever it was. And then the last thing was, violence in these type of organizations, that gets attention. That gets attention, but it's also unique that these groups that are violent aren't successful. And movements get changed as events. I really like that. I thought, when we see something happen, we think of the day that it happened. We don't think of necessarily the months it took to establish that team and establish that group to be successful. So I thought that was very unique, and those are my week 4 Zoom session takeaways. Hopefully I did this right, and I will fill out the group evaluation now. Thank you.